On everybody? It's me, Roberto, and I'm back again. I mean, this is kind of an impromptu Redeem Live. What sparked me to do this video was, I was scrolling through YouTube, right? And I'm trying to look. Oh, here. This is what I'm looking for. It's right in front of my face. So, anyway, I was scrolling through YouTube, you know, and I saw a video by a person, a woman, named Emily Brandon. I don't know how to pronounce that. I just stumbled upon it, and it said why I chose Islam. Out of curiosity, I clicked on it, and I just looked at the comment section, and while she's explaining why she chose Islam, and the internet's probably gonna act stupid because lately it's been acting weird. So I'm sorry if this is choppy or pixelated. I don't know why it does that in here. But we'll try to get through this. I went through the comment section while she's explaining why she chose Islam. I'm looking at the comment section, and there's people from all over the world saying, "Oh, you know, revert." I don't know what that means. Maybe that means like somebody that's converted to Islam from India, from Romania, from Belgium, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, America, just all over the world, people are leaving Christianity. And she herself grew up in the church she talked about. And, in her video, she was saying that didn't, she was raised in church, but it didn't, she didn't understand in her heart. And somebody told her, you should look into Islam, right? So I believe her father was Jewish. I believe she said in the video. And I've never done a stream like this. I've never even done this. But this bothered me so much reading those comments of how many people have been deceived. And it's raised a bunch of questions to me. We are failing, whether you're Jewish, Christian, whatever, we are failing our children in the church. The fact that that woman does not understand anything about the Bible and she grew up in the church shows we are failing our children. There was a young man in my office today. The young man told me, um, what did he tell me? He, heard about Christ, but, he's kind of looking around. He's shopping, right? He's heard bits and pieces. I believe he was Catholic growing up. He's heard bits and pieces of the Bible. But none of it ever made any sense because nobody really explained this to him. And if he had any questions, the people in authority had no answer to give him. What the hell is that, guys? What the hell is that? We are failing our children. We are failing society because the people in power in Christianity can't answer the questions. And what happens is these young kids, these young adults, they don't understand. And so what happens is they leave Christianity altogether because they don't understand it. And they don't pick up the Bible to read it because the Bible is too overwhelming. They need someone there to show them the way. That's our job. And when I see stuff like this, that pisses me off. And it hurts me to see these people going to hell. And all of these people from around the world saying, yeah, I'm done with Christianity. Yeah, well, Islam. I'm just wondering, I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? What has happened here? And I praise God that He has me do this channel. And I don't care that I'm a small YouTuber. I don't care that I get a couple of views. I don't care. The only thing that I care about is showing this gospel message to America and around the world. That's what matters. Because at the end of the day, is spreading like wildfire. And not even just Islam. We have Hinduism, we have Buddhism. All of these religions were created specifically to combat Christianity by Satan to confuse people. That's all this is to make sure you never hear about Jesus. The point of all of these different religions are to confuse you because think about it. If you didn't grow up in a Christian home like me, I didn't grow up Christian. I didn't know what was out there. By the grace of God, I found him. But what about people who weren't so blessed? They don't know. And now they have a menu of religions and they're trying to figure out, well, which one's the right one? It's our job to show them which one is the right one. Spread the word, brother. You dang right. Subbed, you dang right. I'm not playing around. When I saw that video, and that girl, it was a white girl too, she said, I'm choosing Islam. And then next video, she had a hijab on. I said, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? What is happening here? All throughout Europe, there's people in Europe now doing this. There's people here in America. I'm like, guys, what is going on here? Why are we fighting? Jesus is calling us to fight right now. Not sit passively, drinking Starbucks lattes, go to church, go home, watch porn, beat off, cuss out your wife, and go cut the lawn and lay down and get on your phone and scroll. That's not what he's calling us for. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. And women, this is not what you're supposed to be doing. Just going on shopping sprees, having your latte, and going home and complaining about men. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We are called on a mission right now. The faith is under attack in new ways right now. That girl's video sparked something in me that bothered me. And I'm sorry if the internet got choppy. I don't know why this keeps doing that when I'm in my room. Maybe it didn't get choppy, or if it's pixelated, I'm sorry. Try to work through it with me if it is. If it's not cool, we got to do something about this. Islam is not the way. Islam is not the way. A lot of people believe that. It's not. That's not true. It's not the way. It is a deception to confuse you to go the opposite path. To confuse you of, oh, it's not Jesus, it's Allah. He's the one true God. This religion was created after the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? The church and Christianity already existed by the time the Prophet Muhammad, so how this all started was in Saudi Arabia, and some of you already know this, in Saudi Arabia, in the city of Mecca. Mecca is a huge city in Saudi Arabia. The Prophet Muhammad came in contact with an angel, I believe Gabriel, which is not Gabriel. This is a demonic entity parading himself as Gabriel, telling him, oh, because they had different gods. Oh, there's only one true God, which is true, but he says it's Allah. It's not the King of Kings. It's not the Lord of Lords. It's this figure by the name of Allah. Now, mind you, Jesus Christ had already came. He had already died on the cross. It's been done. Why is now something else coming? Because the enemy says, oh no, I can't let people know. Because remember, after the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ and him ascending back to heaven, Christianity spread throughout Europe like crazy. Now it kind of got a little bit funky with all these different, well, it's this, it's Orthodox, it's Protestant, it's Catholicism. That's a whole nother story. But it spread throughout Europe like a wildfire. So the enemy needed something to counteract its spreading, right? Now, unfortunately, how Christianity was brought into Africa, not all African countries, because Ethiopia already knew about Christianity long before Europeans ever came there. They were already Christians. But that's another story. Unfortunately, how it came to Africa wasn't right. How it came to America wasn't right. It wasn't right. So, with that being said, people use how Europeans took Christianity and did things they shouldn't have done with it as an excuse to say that's not real. Look at these people and what they did. Regardless of what anybody else did, that don't mean that Bible ain't true, and that don't mean that God isn't true. Because let me tell you something. If we want to talk about barbaric in religion, have you ever seen how they started Islam and how Islam spread throughout the Central America, throughout I'm sorry, not Central America, Central Asia, throughout um, the Middle East, and throughout North Africa? You know what it was back then? It was Islam or die. They lived by the sword. So this just wasn't a European Christian thing. This was other, they were doing this as well in another way. So the spread of these religions weren't always done right. But I want you to know, Islam is not the way. Christianity, Jesus Christ, give your life to Him. I'm a living proof experience. I'm an experience. I've experienced this myself. And I remember somebody tried to get me to actually become a Muslim, literally right after I became a Christian. I'd say maybe 3 months after I became a Christian, there was somebody trying to get me to become a Muslim. And in my heart, even though I was new and it wasn't like I was close to God, because I wasn't, I said, nah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm cool. And I made the right choice. But this young girl, I mean, she could still come back, but it's just throwing her life away and throwing her soul away to the devil. How disgusting. And it grinds my gears and it burns me up. And not only just her, the people around the world who have given themselves to Satan and they have no idea. There's no power in Islam. There's no power in Allah. There is none. There's no power in it. But there is power in Jesus Christ. If you call his name, he will respond. If you call Allah's name, he won't. He won't. Because there's nothing there. That's something of the enemy creating something to divert your attention away from the one true God. And it hurt me to see all these people give their life to Islam and throw their lives and their spirits away for eternity. We got to do better as Christians. There is no way we can continue to let this happen. We are failing our children. We're failing our young people. We got to do better in the church. When they got questions, don't tell them, well, you don't question. No, answer the questions. They need to know. God is not telling us not to question anything. He wants us to question. That's how we get to know his character. That's how we know he's the one true God. That's how we know Jesus Christ is Lord. It's because we're questioning and we're figuring this out together. And the more you question, God will reveal the answers because you're questioning. Don't tell people don't question God. Don't question in church. No, question. That's how you know it's real. So therefore, because people don't want to question, then they grow up not knowing. Next thing you know, this young lady's walking around in a hijab, confused. Just like that young man in my office today, confused. Oh, he tells me, well, I've heard about the Bible, bits and pieces, but because you was talking about me, I explained it to him. Now this makes sense. Because nobody explains anything to anybody. And we all just expect everybody to just read the Bible. Everyone is not just going to just pick that Bible up and read it. They may in due time. Some people may read it right away, but not everyone is. We have to be the ones to show them and explain this to them and help them read that Bible, to kind of direct them where to read. Help them out. That's our job. We can't be letting our young people fail like this. And why doesn't this bother people the way this is bothering me? I don't get it. I don't see the fire in you. Where are the men at? Where are the Christian men? We got all this crap on TV, on YouTube. Oh, this is a Christian nation. There's Christian. There's nothing Christian about this nation at all. This is one of the most demonic countries in the world right now. Oh, this pisses me off, man. Because these people may never turn. They may never know Jesus. And they are all probably going to hell. Why don't this bother somebody? Because in America, we live so comfortable, we don't care what's going on with anybody else. Let's just be honest. We don't care. If it's inconvenient to us to share the gospel, we're not going to share it. We're not going to trust in God to share the gospel. We're not going to do it. And now look what is happening because we have failed our children and we're failing to act and to move. Now people are turning away. I don't know. This thing's probably all choppy and messed up anyway. I'm about to get off. I'm about to come back up here with another stream though. Till next time, peace. Turn it off. I'm done. I'm done.